Hello, my name is Mr. Ericart, and today I'm going to be reading you a story that is a true rescue story called The Lucky Ducklings. And the author is Eva Moore, and the pictures are by Nancy Carpenter. Here on the back of the book, we have a question. It says, can a small town come together to save Mama Duck's babies? Let's read the story and find out. Okay. So here's a little introduction about the story. This is a true story about a mama duck and her 5 ducklings. The rescue happened in June of 2000 in the town of Montauk, New York, at the end of Long Island. The people who helped the lucky ducklings are Joe Laham, Paul Greenwood, Dennis Cisco, and Perry Allen. Shortly after the incident, the town replaced the storm drain grate with one that has narrower openings and that are safe for future duckling crossings. To the dedicated men and women of the Mohawk Fire Department and to volunteers everywhere. For my sister, whose first word was quack. Okay, so that was a little introduction, and here we go. The Duck family lived in a pretty pond in a green park in a sunlight little town at the end of a long island. Early one morning, Mama Duck swam to shore. She hopped out onto the grass. Right behind her came Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, and last of all, Little Joe.
How did they get their names? Because the ducks can't talk.
The ducks got their name from the author. The author who created this book gave the ducks their names. What a fine day for a walk. Off they went through the green park. Whack, whack, whack. Mama Duck called to her rod, follow me. And Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe lined up right behind her, and off they went. Here they go on their adventure. They came out of the park and into the town. Look at Little Joe right here, trying to catch the butterfly.
Why is Joe last? Why can't he be first or middle?
He just wants to be last. That's just where he is.
I'll try to figure out why he's last.
The ducks had a bite to eat right here at this trash can. Look at these ducks right here. They're fighting over a pretzel. This one's eating a hot dog. Then they went on their way. Mama Duck went first. Mama Duck is the line leader because since she's the mama duck, she has to make sure everything's good, and then the ducklings follow her. Okay? And then right behind came Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. Oh dear, that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. What did we see? What happened right here in these pictures?
All the ducklings are falling by order.
Yeah, they all fell in here.
Joe's still in that other picture. Joe was still trying to get the butterfly.
Yeah, look at him. Look at Joe. He was following the butterfly. Didn't even see. Someone saw what happened. Help! Cried a woman. All the baby ducks fell into a storm drain. Call the fire department, she screamed right here. And the people came to see what the matter was. They could hear the ducklings making a ruckus below. So this is a key word right here, ruckus. What do you think this word ruckus means?
My mom always says I'm making ruckus when I'm being loud, so I think it just means I'm being loud.
Exactly what it means, a ruckus. You're making noise, you're being loud. Good. Mama Duck heard them too. She ran back to the storm drain and wouldn't let anyone get near. Whack, whack, she said, get away from my babies. And firemen Joe, Paul, and Dennis rushed to the rescue, but they couldn't open the crate. The ducklings were trapped. Oh dear, that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't because...
Why is the mama duck attacking the people if they're not attacking the firemen?
Mama Duck was just worried about her babies. She noticed that they fell, so she came over here to check on them. And then right here, she sees that the fire department are trying to get the babies out. A man named Perry had an idea. There was a big roll of cable in his pickup truck. He honked the end of the cable to the crate and then switched on the motor. The cable tugged on the crate, as you can see in the picture, and pop, the crate came off. Fireman Paul climbed down into the drain, and everyone waited as the little ducklings right here waiting, quacking to try to get out. And when they saw Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. Everyone cheered, hooray! Fireman Joe picked up the bucket filled with ducklings and started across the road. He was going to take the ducklings back to the park. Mama Duck came running after him. Whack, 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 she cried. Bring my babies back. Oh dear, that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. We can see right here that the firefighter is taking the ducklings, back to the park. And Mama Duck, she sees the ducklings. And then, luckily, Fireman Dennis, he just knew what to do. He stopped traffic to let the ducklings cross, and get back to the park safely. And at last, Mama Duck and her brood were together again, all safe and sound. Whack, whack, Mama said, what lucky ducklings you are. Quack, 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 quack. Her ducklings agreed. Another key word right here. Her brood. What do we think this word means right here in the story?
Wait, can you read that again, please?
At last, Mama Duck and her brood were together again, all safe and sound. So what do you think, what is the word the brood means?
The author said they're all back together again. She's not with no one else, she's with the ducks. So I think broad means like together, but ducks.
It's like a family of ducks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like a group of ducks. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. And now the 5 lucky ducklings lined up behind their mama, and off they went. Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. And that is the end of the story. So now we come back to our question. Can a small town come together to save Mama Duck's babies?
Yeah.
Yes, why? Why do you say that?
Because when they were walking down, some lady screamed, help the ducks, and they fell down the drain. But a crowd came, what happened? Someone called the fire department. The fire department came, they couldn't get it, so then they called the guy with a tow truck, and then he got it out, and then one of the firemen came to get him, and then he took him back to the pond.
Good job. Very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.